30-minute, very simple yoga sequence, yoga class, where I will be taking you through some essential back hair poses. You are going to need a block. To show you what that means. I have a yoga block here. They come in all different shapes and sizes. If you don't have one of these, don't worry. Go and get a towel or a blanket so that it can be rolled up to quite a nice thickness like this. If you don't have that, then get a pillow. So let's start. I want you please to begin on hands and knees. Separate your fingers evenly. Make sure your index fingers are pointing forwards. Knees behind your wrists and feet behind your knees. And raise your chest and lift up your sitting bones so that you're coming into cow pose. And then round your back, coming into cat pose. Just bringing some easy mobility into the spine to begin with. And then one more time, coming into cow pose, a big low lying belly. And as you stay here, lifting up your sitting bones, bring your big toes together so that they touch side by side. And then sit down onto your heels. Keep looking slightly forwards. Walk your hands forward and come into child's pose. Rest your forehead on the floor. If it doesn't touch the floor, then put it onto your block or your towel. And then raise your head just enough off the floor so that you can walk your hands to the left, lengthening the right side of your body. Bring your forehead to the floor again if you can. Otherwise, just let your head hang in space. We won't be here long. Breathe into your right lung, lengthening the right side of your body. And then raise your head just enough so that you can walk your hands back to center. And then more or less the same angle over on the right side. Breathe into your left lung, stretching and opening the outside of your left shoulder. And opening up the ribs on the left side of the body. And then come back to center. Come back to hands and knees. And then bring your right hand underneath the left side of your body, palm facing up. Bring the right side of your head down to the floor, coming into twisted child. Reach with your right hand as you push your left hand down. And breathe into the right upper back as you open up that shoulder. And bring your navel into your spine so you come into a nice twist. And then come into the other side, bring the right hand back. Bring the left hand under. So that you can twist to your left. Move your right hand into whatever position helps you to press it down, so you can get maybe a little bit more reach with the left hand. Really rest your head so your neck is soft. You can even slightly press your knees towards each other so you feel some strength in your inner legs. And then come back up to hands and knees. And then walk your knees back a little bit, separate your feet. Walk your hands slightly forward. And coming into puppy dog or Anahatasana, slowly bring your forehead down towards the floor. If it doesn't touch the floor, then put it on your block. Opening up the chest and the upper back here. And press your tailbone down towards the back of your knees. If you don't need the block, don't use it. Stay here for a couple more breaths. Really do press your tailbone down to the back of your knee so your lower back lengthens. And then from here, pick your head off the floor. Bring your elbows down one by one. Bring your pelvis down, come all the way down. And then from here, bring your chest down and bring your hands down by the sides of your waist. Turn your fingers out to the side. Have your fingers quite wide apart. Sorry, your hands quite wide apart. So you've even got maybe your little fingers and ring fingers off the mat. Push down through the heels of your hands, coming up into cobra. Raise your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back. Now you can be quite high or you can be low. Whatever you're doing, squeeze your legs so that your kneecaps come off the floor and press your legs towards each other. Even move your legs towards each other so that your lower back broadens. And then from here, come back to hands and knees. And then move so that you're sitting onto your bottom. And then keeping your knees bent, bring your elbows down, come all the way down. Lengthen your left leg long and gently hug your right knee in towards your right shoulder, even the outside of your right shoulder. And then push long with your left heel, as if you were pushing into a wall. Pushing a wall even away from you, pushing a wall down. And slightly turn that left inner thigh down towards the floor. And then change legs. So release the right leg, bring the left leg up, change the interlace of your fingers to the non-dominant clasp, and then lengthen your right leg down. Again, turn that right inner thigh down towards the floor, so that the kneecap and the toes point up to the ceiling, and you get a little bit more broadening in the right side of your lower back. And then continue to gently hug your left knee down towards the left side of your ribs. And then do both legs. This is a little bit like upside down child's pose. You can even lift your tailbone up a little bit here. If your neck feels okay, then you can pick up your head and look towards your toes as you relax your shoulders. Then bring your head back down, bring your feet back down. And roll over onto your right side. Come back to hands and knees. Bring your knees together this time and your feet together. Again, your fingers separated evenly, hands wide apart, index fingers point forward. Now bring your navel up towards your spine like you did in cat pose, and pick up your right leg and push long with your heel, and turn the inner thigh up towards the ceiling. We have a tendency to let the toes turn out to the right. Try and turn the inner thigh up towards the ceiling so that the toes point down. And then slightly round your upper back by pushing your hands into the floor as you squeeze your left buttock in towards your body. Now you can stay here, or push your right hand down even more, pick up your left hand and reach long. Keep looking down. Now bring your left hand down, bring your leg down. Knees together, feet together, and then pick up the left leg. And again, push with the heel, slightly round your back, you're bringing your pubic bone towards your navel. Squeeze the right buttock in so you're really stable in your pelvis, and turn that back inner thigh up towards the ceiling. And again, you can stay here, or as you draw your left shoulder towards your back foot, pick up the right hand. And then bring the hand down, bring the leg down. Walk the legs back a little bit more. Walk the hands forward, so again we're coming back into puppy dog pose. So from here, slowly bring your forehead down, maybe onto the block, again onto the towel, as you press your tailbone down towards your knees. And then raise your head, and bring your hands a little closer towards your knees, tuck your toes under, and come into downward facing dog. Now bend your knees to begin with, at least to begin with, so that you can maintain that slight curve, that back bend in your lower back. Then maybe begin to straighten your legs. If you feel like you round your lower back, then keep your knees bent, especially if it feels really awkward and tight. Push your hands forward, whatever you're doing, so that your legs can take more of your body weight. Then bring your knees down to the floor. Bring your knees all the way back, not all the way back, quite back. And slowly come all the way down. Come down reluctantly, quite strongly. And land your thighs, your pubic bone, and your tummy at the same time. Then, move your hands above your head. So your upper arms, kind of beside your ears. And press your legs towards each other and squeeze your legs strongly so your kneecaps come off the floor. Pick up your right leg, turn the inner thigh up towards the ceiling, and pick up your left arm. Press the right hand down, press the left foot down to help you rise up. Now change sides, bring everything down. Pick up the left leg, again, turn the inner thigh up towards the ceiling, the little toe down towards the floor. Pick up your right arm, keep looking down so you lengthen the back of your neck. And then bring everything down. Bring your hands underneath your forehead and rest. Let your heels turn away from each other and soften your shoulders. And then bring your hands down by the sides of your ribs. Come up to hands and knees. Tuck your toes under. Pick your knees off the floor and then pick them up more and come into downward facing dog. Now, look at your hands, bend your knees, bring your heels high, and walk your feet forward, placing your feet in between your thumbs. Separate your feet when you get to the top of your mat, and bend your knees so that you can really push your fingers down. Now, heel toe your feet together, and take a big step back with your left foot. Bring the knee down, bring your hands onto your hips, and come up with your chest. Squeeze your right buttock in strongly, and then raise your heart. Bring your arms up overhead. You can keep your arms like this, or if you've got a little bit more spark and energy, grab your left wrist, inhale into the left side of your body, and as you exhale, move to the right, turn to the right. I'm going to show you this. So you're lengthening the left side of your body. And from here, come all the way upright, touch down, and step your back foot forward. So coming to the top of the mat again. Heel toe your feet together, bend both of your knees, and take a big step back with your right foot. Bring the knee down, bring your hands onto your hips, come up. You can keep your hands on your hips if you want, or bring your arms up overhead again. This time grab the right wrist, inhale, and do a side bend to the left, lengthening the right side of your body as you squeeze your bottom and keep moving your left buttock back towards your back foot. Bring your throat back, bring your ears back, slightly raise your chin. Release your hand, touch down, and again step your back foot forward. Pick up the back knee and come forward. However many steps it takes, come forward. And then bend both of your knees. Bring your hands behind your heels, touching the mat. So you really have to bend your knees here. And come into chair pose. Pick your arms up, pick your chest up, and sit. Coming into twisted chair pose. Bend your left arm and bring it to the outside of your right leg, palm on palm. Spin your fingers to your throat and turn. Twist. Come back to normal chair pose, and then twist to the other side. Palm on palm. Draw your shoulders towards your tailbone. Squeeze your legs together. Again, come back to chair pose, Utkatasana. Come up to standing. Bring your hands together and down in towards your heart and down by your sides. Now, come all the way down. Bend your knees, come onto the floor, and get your block, or your towel, or your blanket. We're nearly done here. We're going to do a couple of poses to open up the back and release and relax. I'm not open up the back, rather I should say open up the chest and soften the back. So, from here, we'll do the upper back first. I want you please to sit in the middle of your mat, bend your knees, come down onto your elbows, your back, your shoulders, your head, your ponytail, take it out if you need to. Actually, we're going to do the hip flexor first. So from here, please raise your bottom off the floor and put your block or your towel underneath your lower back, the sacrum. So your tailbone is just coming off the front of the block. This is just as good with the towel laid like so, horizontally. It's just the block is a little higher and a little firmer. So from here, hug your left knee in towards your left shoulder and lengthen your right leg long. Push long through the heel and soften your shoulders. The whole point in doing this is we are lengthening and releasing the front of the right hip. So breathe into that area, send your attention there and try and let it soften and open a little bit more. Now release your right leg, bring the foot down, and bring the other leg up, interlace your fingers, and lengthen the other leg long. Soften your shoulders again, even soften around your eyes. Relax around your mouth, letting your lips slightly part. Even your lips move away from your teeth. And then release the right leg. Bring both of your feet to the floor so your two knees are bent. And then you can pick your bottom up and take the block away and put it to the side. Now we're going to do the upper back. So from here, roll up, roll onto your side and come up. And get the block or the towel and put it about a third of the way up the mat. Then, with your knees staying bent throughout this pose, slowly lower your upper back down onto the block, around about where the bra strap line is. So the bottom tips of your shoulder blades are in the center of the block. Keep your knees bent, feet on the floor. Make a hammock with your hands, your fingers, for your head. And then let the weight of your head drop into your hands as you let your elbows drop down towards the floor. If you know this pose, feel free to bring the block up a level or even put a towel over the block to bring it up a little higher. And then really make it your mission to soften around your shoulder blades, your arms, your neck. If your head and your hands don't touch the floor, that's fine. Keep doing this and one day they will. And your chest will be that much more open. This is great therapy for the upper back. And then as you inhale, bring your chin up towards your chest. Pick your head up, use your arm strength. Release your hands. Again, roll over onto one side. Take the block away. And then come back lying down and come into Shavasana. You've done it. Lengthen your legs long. Separate your feet to a comfortable distance apart as you let your toes move away from each other, left foot, right foot. Bring your arms down by your sides. Making sure that your palms are facing up so that your fingertips are not touching the floor and your fingers are loosely curled. Then you tuck your shoulder blades under so you feel nice sort of flatness and connection with your upper back to the ground. And then close your eyes. Now as we stay here for another couple of minutes, I'm going to guide you through a very brief pranayama exercise, which I learned from an Ayurveda teacher. I want you to imagine here that you have a pair of very strong, large wings attached to the center of your back. And every time you inhale, those wings open broadly and very confidently. And every time you exhale, the wings very neatly and with excellent engineering close on your back. So visualize in your mind, every time you inhale, the wings open broad and wide. And when you exhale, they close, broadening your lower back. Inhale deeply, open the wings. And as you exhale, close. Do this a few more times in your own rhythm. When your mind wanders away, keep bringing it back to visualizing those wings opening and closing with your breath. Do one more round of this, one more inhalation and exhalation. When you finish the exhalation, come back to your normal breathing and rest. Let your thoughts be light, let your body be heavy. Relax and soften. Please feel free to stay here for another 2, 3, 5, 10 minutes. Or roll over onto your right side. Push yourself up into a seated position. Bring your hands in towards your heart. Press your thumbs into your breastbone. Lower your chin so that it touches your fingertips. Bring your hands onto your legs. Raise your chin. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. I'll be putting more of these up. I hope that you can continue to join me. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you get alerts when I bring up more classes. Thank you.